All right, everyone turn on your microphone. We're ready to go. Ready to rock and roll.
Not everyone is here, so we didn't actually start yet.
Okay. So I don't see the faces, that's why. Can you guys all turn on the cameras?
I tried earlier today to turn on my camera, but still wouldn't work.
So what'd you say? I can't hear you. I mean, it's hard to do a class, right? You could easily do other stuff, right? I mean, I put a lot of effort into this class, guys. You feel me?
Yeah.
All right. Are you
Is my
guys ready?
camera working? I can't tell.
Yeah, it's working because I'm recording this. Remember, all the parents can see this, right? So let's say your parents see you're not really paying attention or whatever. I mean, they chose for you to take this course, right?
You guys still haven't
You
started.
get what I'm saying? So I'm just wasting time here waiting. I have a full thing. Ready to go. So everyone turn on the cameras. I'm waiting. Tell Jason, Justin, turn on the camera. Jason.
Are you sure we all started?
We're started right now. We started 2 minutes ago. I'm waiting for you. Justin, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Do you mind turning on the camera, sir?
The camera still wouldn't work.
It's still? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Luca, are you there? I want you to read number 1 for me. Out loud for the group.
Yes. We are biological and mammals born from the womb of our mothers.
Good. Very good. Luca, what does God mean? Okay, you can pass. Jason, what does God mean?
God is a being that many people, believes to be powerful and can punish you if you do really bad stuff and why.
Is there a consensus or is this controversial?
If you say God, that means you're excluding Greek, Roman, and Norse gods. Yes.
Very good. So, but generally, when I'm talking about here, I'm talking about 2 options. Okay. So
and that.
No. So I'm just gonna go into the chat. Okay.
Polish and Judaism also works.
Yeah. 2 options: evolution versus design. Okay. Luca, do you understand that?
I'm pretty sure, yes.
Okay, so tell me. So
the chicken comes before the.
Okay, just 1 second, Jason. So Luca, what does evolution mean? What does design mean? And why is it so important we're having this debate today?
Okay, I have to think about the last one, but I think that evolution means that I'm trying to think of a way to say it. Maybe like something gets. Okay, so it's like an animal. Maybe they like evolve, so then they can like survive the area.
Okay.
And I think design is like if you make a building, you have to like make a building, and it's like animal made, kind of.
Okay, Jason, I have a question for you. Okay. Okay, so we have these 2 options. We have evolution, right? We have design. I want you to define both of them and tell me which one do you think is smarter? In your opinion. Yes. I want you to put both theories, just define it in 1 sentence each, and tell me in your opinion, not opinion, which one makes more sense.
Creation, we're following oral legends or something and following a book of a writing. However, for evolution, we have fossils.
Well,
that
sort of.
Probably actually be ancient Greek dragons.
Okay, very good. Okay, Justin, are you there?
Yes.
I want you to define what is a biological mammal.
It's a warm-blooded.
Good.
Organism.
Good. Keep going. Give me some more attributes, please.
They mostly have fur and are born live.
Okay, so and how are mammals born? So can you finish number one and tell me more?
They are born from two of the same species reproducing.
Very good. Read number
And
two for me. Justin, go.
this continues on for infinity, demanding a first biological couple.
Okay, very good.
I was
So-
waiting for you to say they are born from their mothers because and cheetahs and porcupines are not.
Okay, very good. So
Oh, no,
Jason, so going back in time, who made the first Adam and Eve? Or the first man, the first woman? You can call them whatever you want. Every religion has the first man, the first woman. How did they get there?
I literally don't know about the legends, but like.
What's your opinion, Jason? You want a cool
My
question?
opinion.
I'm asking for your opinion, just you. You don't have to speak for anybody. So I'm asking for your opinion.
I'm actually confused because
Okay, good.
there's proof based on writing and oral stories, or proof on fossils and scientists.
Okay, so you're putting more emphasis on the science versus the legends. That's perfectly fine. Okay.
Yeah, science.
Okay, Justin, read number three for me out loud. Can you give me a loud, clear voice, please?
Materialism, belief is only body, no soul, no afterlife, contests that life evolves from lesser forms, with the strongest traits surviving and the weaker dying off.
Okay, so let's say we talk to an atheist, okay? Tell me how the first Adam and Eve got here. We talked about the religious perspective, having a designer. But if you were to talk to an educated person, let's say, who's an atheist, a person who does not believe that we come from design, let's say, right?
An educated person can be a Christian.
Very true. But I'm asking Justin, what would be the atheist position?
I'm not really sure.
Okay, because obviously you need answers because you have your mom going back. That means there's a mom and a dad, right? The first mom and dad. How did they get there? And that's what religion is. Do you guys understand? Religion starts when answers stop. Do you understand what I'm saying, Luca?
Yes.
Okay, very good.
Single-celled organisms turns into multi-celled organisms, in which turn into basic other animals, turn into mammals, turn into monkeys, turn into humans.
Correct.
And that's when our first mom and dad comes from, based on evolution.
Okay, that's very good. So I'm going to tell you guys, okay, fairly. So I'll go on lower. I'll show you my opinion, which obviously, you know, I'm a Jewish person, so I believe in God. Number 5 is something.
Is it true that Jewish people don't believe in the New Testament?
The Jewish people, well, the New Testament was actually written by Jewish people.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, so
another lie told to me by other people.
Well, number 1, what religion was Jesus?
Oh, he created Christianity because
No.
Oh, he was Jewish because
Yes, in what language did he speak? Justin, do you know who Jesus is?
Hebrew and
Yes.
So why is Jesus important in the Western culture?
Because he brought Christianity there.
Okay, so would you say Christianity and the Western civilization are connected? Do you know much about Jesus or the Bible, or not so much?
Not really.
I mean, I'll just explain something to you. So if you don't understand the religion, even if you don't believe, you won't fully understand how the culture is developed, okay? So I'm going to read number 5. I'm an open theist. Who knows what theist means?
Theist?
Yes, if I say I'm a theist, do you know what that means, Luca? Theist.
I don't know.
What's an atheist mean? Anyone know what?
An atheist. I thought you said theist.
Well, do you guys see my mouse on the screen here?
I'm an open
theist. But what does theist mean? So atheist means there's an A in front of it. Do you understand?
Um.
Yes. Yes, Luca, raise your hand. Okay.
I don't think I know it, and I might be wrong, but like context-wise, I think it means like you believe in God, or like
Yes is the opposite of atheist.
Well, I'm going to ask you this question. So I'm going to put it in the chat. Everyone, including Justin, look at the chat, okay?
Does anyone still believe?
How did the first man and woman get here to start the chain of life, resulting in you speaking with me now? Okay, everybody, Luca, read that out loud for me, please. Luca,
the question or the thing you
what
mentioned?
would I just put in the chat? Read for me.
Okay. How did the first man and woman get here to start the chain of life, resulting in you speaking with me now?
I made a mistake. It should be you, whatever. So, Justin, I want you to answer that question for me.
Is it based on religion or culture?
On your opinion.
Oh. Well, I heard that like God created two people.
Okay.
I forgot their names. Like,
Adam
Adam and Eve.
Very good.
And
Everyone,
then,
listen to me. Adam and Eve, remember, this will be essential for you to pursue a career in the Western world. This may seem a little bit funny now, right? But if you cannot explain what God is, religion, or morality, people will think you're an outsider. Does that make sense, Luca? Luca.
Mic is off, sorry. Yes.
It makes so what happens if you're at a party and people are having a conversation? What if you don't know what they're talking about?
Would probably feel weird.
You would feel isolated. You wouldn't feel so if we're talking about God, okay. Jason.
Yeah.
Jason, okay, so we're not going to put stuff in the chat. I'm going to control the chat, okay? Justin, are you there? I want you to read to yourself what Jason put, okay?
How do you read arrows?
Wait, do I read
not
it out loud?
No, just look at briefly, and there seems to be a lot of steps, right? A lot
Yes.
of. Would you say that there is a big chance of those things happening, or it's a small chance?
There's a couple million years and a lot of creatures extincted because of
Kevin, like the thing Jason posted, didn't it already happen? So like, does that mean it has like a higher chance of happening?
Sorry, I didn't understand what you're saying. Do you mind speaking louder, please, Justin?
Wait, so what was the question again?
Okay, so Jason in the chat showed a narrative, or like a step-by-step from single cell, which is something that is smaller than bacteria, resulting in us who's able to actually go ahead and have complex conversations and build technology to go to the moon. So do you believe that without any guidance, we went from bacteria to the moon? Do you guys get what I'm saying, Justin?
Yes.
Do you think? Okay. All right. I think Chloe's here.
Well, the Earth changes on its own.
The world does change. The question is, are we products? Are we bacteria on Earth? Or is there a design behind the world? Okay, is Chloe there?
Yeah.
Do you mind turning on the mic on the camera? This is being recorded for all the parents, so everyone has to participate. So if I call on you or whatever, the parents see it, okay? Is that clear, Chloe? Do you mind please turning on the camera? Is that okay?
Why do bacteria exist and why do fossils exist if God created the world?
Well,
I'm just asking because
we're starting at the debate. So we're talking about a very controversial issue. We have a large population which holds to very, very religious doctrine. And there's a lot of people, mostly in Western cultures, also in atheist China, who are against it. So I'm not trying to tell you how to think. I'm trying to tell you how to go and have these discussions, how to be able to debate your point of view. Is that clear? Michael, are you there?
If I have delayed responses, it's because I'm eating.
Okay, that's no problem. So, okay, read number 4 for me, Michael.
Okay. Thesis.
No, theist.
Theists believe that there is a creator who designed the universe with purpose.
Very good. So another way of explaining that is like this God concept is kind of like an engineer, okay? The engineer had a purpose, it had a reason, and it used science as a mechanism. Okay, very good. So we have...
Is there actually homework for this class?
No, it all depends if you actually participate. If you guys actually give it me your all, there's no homework. If you guys are lazy, I'll give you homework and make you do it.
Can I have homework even if I don't?
We'll talk later. Let's get through this right now. Okay, Jason, okay?
Okay.
Read number 6 for me.
Religion is the human experience of religion, manifests in a specific culture.
By the way, religion is the human experience of faith. So it's kind of like religion is a human experience of thinking about our origins. Okay,
we do have faith. We set an alarm when we sleep each night, even if we don't know if we're going to be alive.
Okay, it's very good. So I want you to tell me, Jason, a couple types of religions out there.
Does it count if it doesn't really exist anymore?
No, I want you to give me 2 legitimate religions that exist here on planet Earth. So give me 2.
That still exists.
Right now, that exists in the world. You guys are going into the world.
Hinduism and Christianity.
Wonderful. Chloe, give me 2 religions.
Oh, we're playing this game.
No, so Jason, don't speak unless I say your name first. We want to make sure we have order in the class. Okay? So Chloe, give me 2 religions, please.
Judaism and Buddhism.
Fantastic. Okay, Justin, give me 2 religions, please.
Taoism and Shintoism.
Fantastic. Luca, give me 2 religions if you can.
Buddhism, I think, is a religion. And
give me another one. It's remember I said that.
How
about Sikhism? Do you know people who wear turbans?
No, I don't really know a lot of religions.
Well, it's important to know because if you're dealing with a multicultural environment, it's important to know a little bit about everything.
Yes.
If you are not sensitive, people will not take you seriously as well. Okay, very good. Okay, fantastic. Michael Lee, give me 2 more religions. We'll move on. Michael Lee.
All the religions I know were already said.
Okay. Okay, paganism. How about Native American culture?
Oh, yeah, those exist.
And also they have religions in North Korea, which don't even have a god. They have a Jung, whatever his name is. Okay, so let's go now to the next one. So most cultures have the same concepts, right? They have an idea that God created them for a purpose. It gives them rules. Okay, so let's go here. Chloe, tell me type of rules a religion would have for its members.
Maybe like fasting.
Did you say fasting? Awesome, Chloe. Perfect. People sometimes fast to clear their mind, clear their soul. Maybe they want to give the food to the poor. Okay, Jason, give me the type of behavior or activities religions typically do.
Prayer.
Prayer? Okay, prayer. Justin, give me the type of behavior you expect religions to do. Justin.
Wait, so can you ask that again? I didn't really understand the first time.
Okay, so we already discussed that religions around the world, whether it be in Asia or Europe or wherever, they tend to fast to kind of cleanse their soul, cleanse their mind. They tend to, let's say, give money to the poor. They pray. Tell me some more type of behaviors that people who are religious tend to do.
Well, I can't think of any.
Okay, so how about giving charity? How about teaching young kids? Okay, Luca, do you think of some ideas? What type of religious people? What do they do? What kind of behavior do they do? What do they do and show their faith?
I think we thank people, God for the meal after they eat or before they eat or something.
Perfect. So on this, so some people they think, well, I earn my food, I make money. Why should I thank God? But generally, people who are religious before they eat, they thank God for the harvest and so forth. Okay, let's move on. Okay, Michael Lee, does religion have a correlation to someone's ethics or conduct? Michael Lee.
Hmm?
So if someone's more religious, are they a better person? Does that mean that someone's a better person if they're more religious?
No.
Okay, so if you hear that, let's say someone has a certain religion, can you kind of understand their worldview or understand what type of behavior to expect from them? Or there's no correlation for you between religion and expectations?
I can like assume what they will do.
Well, tell me. So if someone, let's say, says they're a Christian or a Muslim or a Hindu, do you think something of your head before you meet
I
them?
think that they go to church and occasionally fast. That's what
Okay. So other than that, they're just perfectly normal. Okay.
Mhm.
Let's see here. Okay, Jason.
Yeah.
Okay. Does anyone worry or think about what happens after you died? I want everyone to tell me in the chat what you think happens after death. We all experience death. Please type me in the chat what you all expect in full English, in full sentence, please. What you expect to happen after your death. Is that clear? Hello?
Yes.
Is that clear for everyone? Just make sure it's well done.
Yes.
Just don't give me sloppy work. You guys are all smart. You come from good families. I respect you. So in your opinion, okay. Okay, so how it works is the first answer, right? Okay, the first question is heaven. Okay, so let's see here. Jason, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Make sure. Jason, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Okay, Jason, what is heaven?
Heaven. Nobody's seen, so I don't know.
Okay, Jason, so heaven and hell are based on Jewish and Christian and Muslims' ideas of God, okay? So I'm going to...
But Norse mythology, Asgard is heaven and Helheim is hell.
But very good. We're trying to make it simple. My goal is to develop critical thinking skills without going off track too much, Jason. Is that clear?
Yeah.
So essentially, in general, we're going to say that in the Western culture, the Western religions, heaven is for people who use their time and resources in the interests of God, in the interests of good. People who go to hell are people who don't have good in their heart, who want to hurt people. For example, if you're good to your family and your friends, and you work hard, you get to have a place of peace. But if you are misbehaving, stealing, murdering, you go to fire forever. Okay, is it clear? So that's the Western perspective, okay? So next, Justin. Are you there,
Yes.
Justin?
Yes.
You expect to be buried, right?
Yeah.
Buried means your body goes in the ground and maybe your family misses you. But what do you think about the human soul, Justin? Are we just meat? Do you think that human beings are just meat, and when we die, there's nothing afterwards? It's just we're like hamburger meat. Is that how you think?
Well, I've never actually thought of that before because I don't really believe in anything myself.
Okay, so you're saying that in your opinion, after you die, you'll experience nothingness, right?
Yes.
So essentially that is a term I'll teach you. It's called nihilism. Nihilism believes that after you die, nothing matters. I'll teach it to you here. Okay, so does that make sense to you, Michael? Or was it Michael who wrote this? Okay, Justin, what I just wrote, does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Okay. Okay, Chloe, are you there?
Yes.
So you have actually 2 points of view. Do you understand that you're incorporating Eastern, Buddhist, Asian type of mythology and stories with, let's say, Western Jewish Christian ideas? Does that make sense?
Yeah. I
So-
just listed 2 points.
No, I'm asking for your opinion. The point is, right now at your age, right? Based on what you haven't even started your life yet, right? Based on what you've seen, what you experience today on the 29th of July, what do you think is the most likely explanation after you die?
I feel like you go to heaven or hell.
Okay, and what determines whether you go to heaven or hell?
I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, so would you think you go to heaven and hell forever or just a short time?
I never really thought about it, but maybe forever.
Okay, so do you think that the afterlife, think of all the years before you're born, right, Chloe?
Yeah.
So you don't even think about how many millions years before you. So afterwards, there's so much time. But have you ever thought about, it took a lot of coincidence to get you here, to get to this class. What if one small thing didn't go right?
Then I might have not been in this class.
Exactly. So what if you walked around in the beach and you saw a wash on the beach? Do you assume that the pieces came together by accident or someone with intention and purpose put them together?
Someone with intention and purpose put it together.
Okay, so when you study science, right, when you see how the mechanisms, the organisms works together, you see a finely tuned kind of mechanism. Does that sound fair, Chloe?
Yeah.
So I mean, if it's so perfectly tuned, more than a clock, more than anything that we could ever imagine, if it's so complex beyond our comprehension, is it unreasonable to think that something more complex created us? Is that a stupid idea for someone to have, or it's a rational idea? What do you think?
I feel like it could be a rational idea.
Okay, it could be. Would you say someone's stupid for having a certain kind of views?
No.
So heaven and hell is based on your merit. Okay, Chloe? So what you do, for example, good, heaven, bad, hell. Reincarnated is the same way. If you do bad, you have to come back and suffer more. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So both of these 2 views have the same goal. Be good, get good. Be bad, get bad. Clear?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Luca, in my opinion, after I die, I think it'll be like a sleep, though you have no dreams, so that you
So
will.
just like nihilism.
Yeah, so Luca, does that sound like nihilism? Okay, so that means there's no consequences or reward for your behavior, right?
Yes.
So if there's no heaven and hell, let's say there you find $1 million, right? And no one will ever know, and there's no heaven and hell, and there's no consequences. What stops you taking the money for yourself?
Always triple purpose. I guess nothing.
Exactly. If you have no purpose, there's no reason for anything. So do you guys understand the drug epidemic here in North America? Michael Lee, do you understand the drug epidemic?
What?
Do you understand the drug problem all over the world with the heroin, with the fentanyl? Have you learned about this?
I've learned about drugs before.
Okay, so what would you say? What connection does people using hard drugs have to do with, let's say, nihilism? Do you see a bridge between these two issues? Nihilism and behavior like doing drugs.
No.
Okay, so let's say you're born and you have a very bad job and you don't get a good boyfriend or girlfriend and there's no God. What stops you from just killing yourself? Michael Lee.
Maybe something that makes you happy that isn't any of those.
Okay, so what makes you happy, Michael? What is the reason to live? Have you thought about that?
Video games and the taste of food.
You're a simple man. Okay, so Luca is super nihilist, and our rest of people are just super easy to please. Okay, awesome. Nihilism. Good, good, good. All right, are we having fun or just a little bit boring? What do you guys think? Give me some feedback. Is this fun, hard? Everyone chat the honest truth. I won't give you any shade. Easy, hard, fun, boring. I want to make this informative and enjoyable for you. Please give me your answers. Neutral, Justin, thank you. Thank you, Jason. Okay, I like Chloe's answer so far. Keep going. Let's see. Anyone else? Okay, so what do you think my goal is? Is that a fair objective, Michael Lee?
Sure, I guess that works.
Is that fair? Because there's no point of us wasting time if it's easy. You can go play video games. I know you guys all rather be having video games, but we can use the time to give you an advantage over the competition with your English and debating skills. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so I want everyone to answer yes or no. Is there any proof of God that we could take to a court and say that's God? It's clear, black and white. Everyone, please answer.
Not that I've heard of.
Okay, Lucas says no. Does anyone think there's proof?
I don't think.
So everyone says there's no proof at this time, right?
Yeah, not yet until we find something like the real 10 stone tablets.
Well,
Okay, so I'm going to ask you guys a question to all put into the chat. Okay, what type of proof would you have to receive to accept without question that God is, this is God and not a liar? So I'll put it in word form. What type of proof?
Well, like many things, like
Everyone put what you want there. Everyone has to put their answer into the chat. Jason, are you copy and pasting?
what do you mean?
Like, are you looking for the answer and hitting Control C, then Control V?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's in the Percy Jackson books. Like
Okay.
both Greek, Roman, and Norse
Okay.
mythology have something called the mist or whatever thing I can't pronounce. That basically, like, here's a sword. No, it's a ballpoint pen because we can't process it.
Okay, we have something like hide the truth.
So basically, you can't even.
Let's see.
Someone would find.
Okay, I just want to address. So, Jason, you didn't quite answer the question. Okay, what you're saying is that even if they're proof, they will lose it, right? But that's just a fallacy. I'm asking you to give me another answer. What type of proof? So let's say there's someone says I'm God. What would they have to do to say, oh, obviously based on that action, you are God? So I got Chloe. Chloe, honestly, so you would have to do it so it went on and off several times. Do you think if I say I am God, it's going to rain and it rains 5 minutes later? Is that enough proof
No, like turning it off and on and like consistently and like
So-
by will.
Exactly. So what we have to do is a control group, right? We have to formulate this like a science experiment, right?
Yeah.
So question is, so we assume every human being is a human being without powers, right? By default, because we've never met one in our lives. Is that correct, Chloe?
Yes.
Is the burden of proof on the status quo or the person making the claim?
The person making the claim.
Is this a huge claim? Is it to claim you're God? Is there a bigger claim?
That's a huge claim.
So what type of test would you have to say for sure someone's God?
Like if I use my example from before, like the rain, like making it like rain when they say like let it rain or something, and then after they don't want to rain anymore, like stop the rain and then maybe make it rain again.
I have an idea. Cycle all the seasons in 5 minutes for 2 hours straight. How's that sound, Chloe? Read that for me.
Cycle all the seasons in 5 minutes for 2 hours straight. That
Do you-
sounds really good.
Do you understand what I mean by that?
Yeah, like
So do you understand the timeline? So for 2 hours, we're seeing it snow. You know how we're Canadian, right? How extreme our weather is. We have snowing and we have beach. If someone did that, would you say, okay, what would you do if someone proved that to you? If
and I
let's
believe that they're God.
okay, so would that change your world at that moment?
I think that's really cool, but I don't think it'll really change anything in my life.
You wouldn't want to ask this person any questions.
No,
Just, hey, what's up? Would you take a selfie or a TikTok with God if you could?
nope.
Do you think a lot of Generation Z would try?
Yeah,
That would be hilarious, right? By the way, with TikTok and social media, people can't fake it the same way. Okay, Justin. Hey, Justin.
Yes.
So, are you saying reviving someone is proof that someone's God from the dead? I've
Yeah,
done that.
yeah.
I've done that before. I was working last year, and we came across someone with an overdose of drugs. His heart stopped. We gave him medication, and he came back. Does that make me God?
Well, I mentioned like
Does that make me God? Answer me. I literally took someone from death to life. I revived someone.
like not in the way I meant it.
I want you to formulate. So I want you to type in the chat. Remember how before I formulated a way to ensure that the claim was real? I'm asking you, what would you have to do to prove to someone that someone is God? For example, reviving someone who's been dead, let's say 100 years. Does that make more sense?
Yes.
Just- So what you're simply doing is when you're thinking of ideas, you have to think them deeper, right? You have to expand on them. Okay, Michael Lee, let's go here. So you think someone flying without equipment is good enough for you?
Yeah, I'll be sold.
But that could be Superman, my man. That could be from X-Men. That could be a mutant. Our definition of God is the one individual or energy that created everything that is eternal and wasn't created. Is that a bit of a bigger threshold than just flying?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, but X-Men doesn't exist either.
Okay, so Michael Lee. Okay, so did you hear about the aliens being seen in the United States at the bases recorded on CNN and Fox News?
I
Did
have
you
not
follow? Okay, I think I discussed this before. So the US military was reporting UFOs that had technology that was not known to the military, could go speeds that were faster than humans technology. Would that be God?
Probably not.
But it would constitute the same as you. This is something that we can't explain. That's not the same thing as God, right? I'm just trying to make it go, Jason, yeah, that's the same thing. Let's see, 2 snaps. Okay.
You just lagged really hard. I have no idea what you just said.
Sorry, I apologize about that. I'm just looking through the notes and I'm expanding on the ideas. There's some really good answers here. Okay, let's go here. Okay, so we established there's two groups, right? Religious groups and non-religious groups. Everyone in the chat, give me a criticism, give me an insult that non-religious people would give to religious people in the chat. All right, everyone put it in the chat. Okay, well, that's good to listen. This is a very hot topic. This is being discussed at the Supreme Court. Okay, is everyone missing? Okay, let's go here. Jason. Jason. Jason.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
ha, God, there's fossils and real proof. And you're listening to Booze?
Wait, did I write?
What does it say?
Are you? Oh wait, I wrote typo.
Oh, sorry. I is that book?
Dang it! What did I? I am not going.
Okay, but just you're not. Don't use that word. Don't insult yourself.
It's a book.
Okay, so what you're saying is someone who's not religious would say, well, you are using a book of stories to understand. We have science. So Jason, are you saying that the person who's insulting feels that science is on their side?
Yes.
So do you think that's only atheists own science?
Atheists on science?
Do you think that all scientists are atheists?
No.
What if I told you that most of scientific discovery was done by religious people? The more they love God, the more they want to understand the world. Okay. Okay.
Wait, Einstein is Jewish.
Einstein, of course, is Jewish. Yeah.
But if you're Jewish, why do you waste your time on science?
You do both because for us, science is religion. I'll explain to you. For us, our belief is that we love God so much, right? And we love the world he made. And God uses science as kind of like his hand on earth. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Does everyone understand that concept? So for us as Jews, there are so many Jewish scientists, right? But they believe in God. So for us Jews, we believe in science and faith. They go hand in hand. Okay, Luca, are they, so they're saying that you have no evidence, right?
Yes.
Okay, so does that mean you're stupid? If you believe something, Luca, without evidence, are you stupid? What are they saying? What's the point of your insult here? Your life is a lie. What are they trying to communicate to you? That you're wasting your time, that you have no orientation, no happiness. What are they trying to say? They're better than you, smarter than you? Tell me.
Wasting your time. You should probably move on. That just actually sounds like advice and not.
So obviously they think that, well, it's a free country. They can choose to spend their life how they please. But this is not really good insult. Chloe, believing in God is so dumb. Is there any proof God exists, or are you just practicing all these things for no reason? So Chloe, do you think that doing religion is a waste of time if there's no God?
Well, in this context, if we're creating an insult, then yes.
Okay, but what do you think a person that has no God has that? So do you believe that an atheist has more rights than someone who does believe in God?
What does an atheist mean?
An atheist means you do not believe in God. A theist means you do believe in God.
Oh, okay. Can you rephrase the question or restate
Okay.
it?
Okay, do you believe so? An atheist doesn't have rules for religion, right? But a person who believes in God has rules. Are there benefits to having rules and structure? What do you
Yeah.
think? Okay, so
I
what
think
kind of so let's say the Jewish community. I'll tell you, Chloe. We have a structured community which allows us to be strong, invest together, take care of the poor. So even without the God complex, right? We are actually better off because of the religion. Does that make sense?
yes.
It creates a foundation for a constitution for a strong community. The proof is my community is doing quite well. So, at least in Toronto, right? So when you have that unity, right, you all have a common values, okay? So do you think that an atheist, someone without religion, gets the same type of community structure that the other does, Chloe?
No.
So are they missing out? What kind of stuff are they missing out on?
Having a community that all shares the same belief and can like communicate with one another and like share the same things, like the practices that a religion may do.
Correct. So like, let's talk about food, cooking together. How about old people? Do old people get lonely, you think?
No, because they probably have like the community that like they've grown up with, I guess.
Well, I mean, in the religious communities, I'm not saying just mine, but every culture has religious communities. It helps take care of younger people as well as senior citizens. So there's lots of benefits that we see here on Earth. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And unfortunately, if you say you don't believe in God, you unfortunately tap out of that support system. Okay.
Okay.
So, so Chloe, I'm not sure you're from Hong Kong, right?
No.
No, you're from mainland. So God is not a concept in China whatsoever. You guys don't talk about that, right? Because it's a communist country, correct?
No, there's Buddhism.
Okay, I'm asking Chloe. Okay, Chloe, but generally religion is not a big priority in Chinese culture, correct?
Correct.
But do you understand that in other countries it's like number one, right?
Yeah.
So in your opinion, do you think that religion has a big part in Canadian culture?
Yes.
What type does it have? How does this Bible God stuff influence how we live in Canada?
It might influence like certain people and how they behave.
No, the culture. I'm telling.
Oh.
I'll give an example. So all of the laws in Canada are based on the Bible, okay?
Okay.
So that influences that. Also, freedom of speech. Everyone's made in the image of God. So essentially, a lot of the laws are based on a foundation. So if you don't understand the religious component, it's hard to understand the culture. Okay, so essentially, Michael's saying the same thing. You're practicing, but it's a waste of time. That's fine. And Jason's saying the same thing. Freedom of speech, but you're wasting your time. Okay, very good. Okay, I'm going to ask a question that you answer in the chat. What behaviors are legal by the government, but against religious rules? Do you guys understand the question, everybody? Everyone has to answer. Chloe, Jason, Justin, Luca, Michael. Everyone give me your answers in the chat. I'm making you think.
Yes.
Type it in the chat. What behaviors, it should be S, behaviors. What behaviors are legal, but you can't do if you're part of a religion? Justin, awesome. So tell me certain types of foods that certain cultures don't eat.
I think like the Jews can't eat pork, or like
Correct. Also, Muslims can't eat pork, okay?
And cows are taboo. And the cows.
So Justin's answer is right. There are certain foods like India and cows and Jews and pork. Correct. Jason, wrong. So the question, please read the question. What are some things that are legal. So you can do them. You won't go to jail. But if you're part of any religion, you can't do.
Any religion.
Okay, so
Oh.
Justin's right. Jason, you have to drink wine on the Sabbath. Refusing to pray, that's not really something. It's a personal thing. No. Yes, Luca gets 10 out of 10, by the way. Luca, tell me, what's Ramadan?
Isn't it like the thing we can't eat during like the sun or something? I don't know.
What hours can't you eat? When can you eat during Ramadan?
I think PM. I think I'm not.
You can only eat when the sun has set. During the day, you cannot eat or drink for 40 days, okay? What religion is Ramadan, Luca? Luca, what religion is Ramadan?
I think Christian or Jewish.
No, Muslim, Luca. Muslim. Okay. Okay. Yes, anyone can eat during the day during Ramadan, but if you're a Muslim, you cannot eat during that time.
You can't eat during the day, but you can.
Chloe, can I talk to you?
Yes.
What is dating in the Western culture?
Like having a significant other.
Okay, what age do people start dating in the Western culture?
Maybe like 14.
Okay, and what's the goal of dating at 14?
I don't know.
Is the goal marriage?
No.
No. So what would be the religious view of dating, in your opinion?
Just dating someone that you can trust and you'll be able to marry and stay with them for the rest of your life.
Okay, so what's the point? So for example, so let's say my daughter is 19, let's say, right?
Yes.
Okay, and she's going on a date. Why is she going on a date? Why is she putting the effort in? What is her objective? What is she looking for?
To find someone to stay with for life.
Exactly. So the point of our religion, right, is to build, and we view that people who, kiss and do things outside marriage is very wrong. Okay, Chloe, do you think that all animals are monogamous?
What does monogamous mean?
Okay, so your mom and your dad, right? They live together, right?
Yeah.
So my wife and I live together. We have the same bed. In some animals, they don't mate. They go from rabbit to rabbit. Okay, so they don't have a family structure like humans, right, Chloe?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Because they don't understand. They're not self-aware. So they're not intelligent enough to build a family. Could you give me something else that you cannot do? So one more thing, how is dating differently if you're a religious person than a non-religious person?
I have a question.
One second, let Chloe answer that, and then next person. What is something that people in the culture can do, but they can't do when they're religious?
Maybe until you're like married, you're not.
Yes, to do that. Yeah, I don't want to say it, but you understand what that religious people expects the same thing. So would you say that Chinese culture expects the same thing from people too? Or it's very different, Chloe? Okay. Okay, Jason.
Yes.
Yes, you're right. You cannot curse during Ramadan. You can't curse anymore. Okay. Who am I missing here? Okay. Am I missing? No. Is there someone who didn't answer? Did Michael Lee answer?
I'm pretty sure he did.
1 second here. I don't think so. Michael. Hey, Michael, do you answer?
I did answer, did I not?
Oh, yeah, you did. Everyone answered. Everyone answered. Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. I have a question for you, and it's going to be typing. If God exists, why do good things happen to bad people and bad things happen to good people? I'm going to ask you this question, assuming that you believe in God, okay? You are going to protect or defend the idea God exists. You understand? I'm going to make you defend the idea. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So you are all people who believe in God, and I'm going to be a critic of you guys. I'm going to go and say, hey, if God exists, why do good things happen to bad people and bad things happen to good people? Remember, you can't say, I don't know. This is debate class. This is foundations for law school. Come on, guys, write your answer. While you're doing that, I'm just running to the bathroom, okay? So. Okay, friends, I'm back. Let's go here to see who answered first.
Hey, me answered first.
Let's see. I don't know.
TV time.
No TV time. Okay, Jason. Bad things that happen to good people will turn out to be a lesson that prevents one from dying later on. Good things that happen to bad people make them reckless and easier to catch by the police.
Yeah.
Let's say I give a drug addict $1 million. What will happen to him soon?
He dies from the overload of drugs.
Yes, it just expedites his own demise, okay? And how do you become an athlete? Do you hurt yourself with training?
No, if you hurt yourself from training, you did something wrong.
But generally,
if you hurt yourself mentally because you're doing a lot of things, you hurt yourself too much mentally, you also did wrong. But if it's painful to persevere, it means that you're doing good. That's where game without pain. If you're painfully yourself too much, that's like you're just killing yourself with suicide.
Exactly. So the Western culture says that the point of life is to be happy and have all the things you can buy. But we don't believe from our perspective that that will bring happiness, okay? Right? So if you help someone, that would make someone happier than actually buying something stupid from the store. And obviously, when people do bad things, it's obviously they get caught. All criminals get caught eventually because they have bad karma, a concept that we stole from the Asians, the karma concept. Michael Lee, let's go here.
Yeah, karma, every time someone trips after hitting me, be like, haha, karma.
Correct. Michael Lee, God doesn't always have to feel nice, right? Very good. The world would feel a bit bored without stuff like this, right? I love your answer, Michael. What do you think the point of life is?
To live an experience.
So what is the nature of the human soul? Like what do humans do by default? Like How would you characterize humans if you're an alien?
There are people who
Yeah.
learn and learn more as they grow up. Once they grow up,
Yes.
start becoming independent and start
Yes.
jobs. And then once they do that, once they do that for a while, they retire and then get start
That,
doing.
that sounds like the human life cycle, not the passion. So why did human beings risk their lives going to the moon? Because that doesn't make sense. There's a huge risk of dying. Is there something about the adventurous spirit that defines humans, Michael?
Some have the spirit.
Well, why did you come to Canada? You came
I
to a
was
new
born-
country, but why did your family come to Canada?
I don't actually know why they came to Canada.
Because to settle the land like a pioneer. This is a new country, right? It's a huge space with no population, right?
Mhm.
So you're essentially coming to an open space to try get rich and make your fortune, or to become famous, or to have a chance at life. That is what everyone's doing, right, Michael? Everyone's trying to make a name or make a spot for themselves. Everyone is expanding on the land, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense to you? If everyone's doing that, what does it say to you about human nature?
They're trying to grow and be wealthy.
Yes, but the thing is, do you think if someone does nothing with their life, they're happy? If you just stay and play video games all in your mom's house and just live in your basement and just die and get the house when she dies, will that give you happiness if you have money?
If have money,
So let's say you have in the bank $10 million and you do nothing, but you have pizza and play video games. Is that a good life for you, Michael?
I'll get bored of the pizza.
Yes. So you get bored of things. Eventually you want to do stuff, right? Because your nature will fight. You'll have a break, but eventually you want to do something, right? So do you think that Jason's right with no pain, no gain?
You get bored of pizza? That's gonna happen in 3 years.
Okay. I think no pain, no gain. Okay, very good. And you're right. If God is a judge, right? He's going to punish us and reward us, right? So, Chloe, bad things can happen to good people because it can make them stronger. Can you tell me some ways bad things that can happen to good people can make their lives better? Can you tell me some things? Brainstorm with me.
Some bad things, like maybe you just had like really bad luck and like your car gets scratched or stuff like that. But
Okay.
then like because you've been through so much like pain or like you learn to be stronger and not to be
Okay.
by petty things.
Okay, so would you say that the more you go through, the more confident you are in overcoming something?
Not necessarily, but it could.
But I mean, for example, so if you've done something before, let's say you're scared of getting lost, but the last 4 times you got lost, you managed to find where you're going. That's a good track record. Would that give you self-confidence, Chloe?
Yeah, that would.
How about if every time you get scared in your exam, you freak out for no reason and the results come back consistent? Would that reassure you?
Yes.
So do you understand what I'm trying to get at? Okay, we're going deep, aren't we, Chloe?
Yeah.
Is this too deep?
Maybe.
What, should I go more shallow?
Yes.
I'm trying to get you guys. Obviously, Jason, Karma, our Asian friends are all about giving and getting the same thing. Luca, it happens because God can't control everything, or if he can, it's not because he wants to give the bad people good things. So it is able to
Karma-
change them bad things. Okay, so there's
Karma is the pain you dealt to others.
just 1 second, Jason. It's not your turn. So Luca, there's a little bit grammar issues. You see it here?
Yes.
So I'm just letting you know. So I just want to make sure that when you get older, I'm being grammar makes people not take your words as seriously. And to be honest, I'm lazy with my grammar too sometimes. I have to do the effort. And there are some people who believe that God controls everything, but there's another concept I want to teach you. It's called free will. Have any of you guys heard of free will? Any of you in the class, free will?
I think so, but
Okay, I'm going to explain to you. Free will. Everyone has the freedom. What was that? God controls everything, but gives us the freedom to choose good over evil. Okay, does that make sense? Justin, does that make sense?
I'm trying to understand it right now.
Is this too complicated?
No.
Okay, free will. Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what it says on the scriptures.
Yeah, yes. Okay, so essentially, so I'm just gonna type out an example. Example of free will. You are a married man that had a fight with his wife.
Wait, that has grammar issues.
One sec, one sec.
Grandma, grandma, come on, come on. What if you're pregnant and it's Ramadan? What happens? You need to eat
No,
to get good.
under Islamic law. Okay.
What if you got pregnant and Ramadan comes? You still can't eat. Your baby will die in your stomach.
Okay, I just gave everyone a question. I want you to answer yes and no and why in the chat now. Everyone. Jason, Chloe, Justin, Luke, and Michael. And well, yes. Everyone answer me.
Logic, peeps. If you don't believe, you guys are sheepless.
Well, very good, Jason. So a marriage is a contract between God, between a man, woman, God, the community, and the whoever. And no, fighting does not give permission for divorce or cheating. So obviously, if you cheat, you're breaking the contract. Okay. Chloe, no, it doesn't give you permission to cheat. Having this doesn't mean that you have a divorce. Okay. Okay, but my question is, Chloe, but what if this man says, I'll never be caught? What's stopping him? What word would you use to describe of why someone would not cheat, even if he would never be caught?
Maybe righteousness? Is that the right word?
Yeah, integrity. Okay.
God is watching, right? God is watching you, even if people.
Justin, I want you to answer. Anyone who didn't answer, I want you to answer.
I'm still typing.
Okay, it's okay, guys. Oh, that's fine, Michael. Has anyone not answered? Okay, that's a very good point, Justin. That's very good. It means we have a human morality, okay? Very good. Hey, Chloe, I'm putting something in the chat. I want you to read number 8 for us, Chloe.
Okay. Does it matter whether we are created or not? Actions, thoughts, goals, plans, integrity, etc.
Okay, you said before, if we can prove without question that someone is God and can do the weather and these things, and this person is the person or the being that made you, okay? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Does it matter whether someone made you on purpose or there's an accident? I want each of you in the class to respond with proper paragraph what your opinion is and why. Go ahead.
Can you rephrase the question?
Okay, so one option is we got here because we evolved, right? The other is that we're made by God. There are two options. Does the answer matter? Does it matter to our thoughts, our plans, our integrity, how we live our life, if we were made by design or if we got here by accident? Is that clear?
Yes.
So is everyone clear here? If anyone's not clear, put it in the chat now. I'll further explain, okay? You guys still typing? Hello, are you guys still typing?
Yeah.
All right, guys. We're almost done.
Why is everyone's cameras closed? Let's start. Let's make a movie.
All right, Justin, number one to bat. Let's go. It does matter because that generation of beings will be the ones leading society to a better future. Very good. Also, the more people who are born, the higher chance of having more geniuses. What does it have to? What does birth rate have to do with geniuses, Justin? Do you understand the question?
There's more people.
No. If you knew there was a God, you were designed on purpose, would this change your view of your life? Jason, you missed the point. I want to make sure I'm communicating the correct idea. No, it's okay, Jason. Don't worry about the cap lock. Okay, so Jason, you're saying that you would not change your life either way, right?
No, I would just let God be like, lie down and let fate do whatever it wants.
Okay, so
Like,
I want
no,
Jason.
no, I'm
Okay,
not going to.
okay, Jason, what questions would you ask God if you can meet God face to face? Give me one good question. If you were sitting down with God, what's the one question you would ask him, Jason?
I would ask. Can I have more wisdom? Because I literally can't think of anything.
Okay, so you're asking for something, right? You're asking for more general wisdom. Perfect. Chloe, what one question would you ask God if you were sure he was God? Chloe.
What's one question?
Yes.
I don't know. Why are you God?
Okay, so you're saying like how do you become God? So you want to understand how everything came to be. Does that make sense, Chloe?
Yeah.
Justin, what's the one question you would have?
Can you like wipe out all violence from Earth?
Okay, so you would ask God to change all the violence to peace. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Luca, what would you ask God?
I'll have to think about that one.
Just give me your first thought of your head.
How did you think of like how you'd create humans? Like, did you just think, 2 legs, 2 arms, that's it?
Okay, perfect question. So you would say, thank you, Creator. So you made me with these 2 legs, these arms, this head, these eyes. Tell me what made you decide to make me the way I am. Why did you choose this? Right? Michael, what question would you ask God?
What would I ask God?
Yeah, so we have God the face to face, and we're here sitting down, and we first established he is God beyond a doubt. What would you ask? What would you say? What would you, let's say you're given the chance to give your words. What would you ask the creator?
I would just ask why he created Earth because I want to know.
What interests you? How? Why? What is the nature of the question?
If you have wisdom, you can probably figure that out along with a lot of other questions.
Okay. Luca, go ahead. So okay, here. So Luca, it doesn't matter to you whether you're creator or not, right?
No, it does not.
So it would impress you. Let's say that we found the creator and we put the creator on TikTok. Would you like the picture? Or it's just like no big deal?
Many people hate TikTok.
I'm just saying it's the most famous one. Would you even pay attention if we found God, or it's just like no big deal?
No, I'd probably ask him like a couple of questions, and then I'd be like, oh, whatever, and then leave.
But what kind of questions? Like
the first question I had, and did you create Earth or did you just create humans?
I would want to know about aliens. Anyone here wondering about aliens? So there are how many people in this class? 5 students. Everyone is going to have to write Y or N. Do you think that there is life out there in space somewhere, like us, smart in life? Y or N? Are we alone, or are there others out there? What do you guys think?
Y is alone.
The Y means that you believe there are aliens out there, and no means we're alone here, perfectly alone. Okay, let's go. Luca, why are there aliens out there? Tell me some things that would point at there being aliens out there.
Well, it's like, it's a giant, universe. There's probably something out there.
Correct. So I'll ask you, so in the old days, Europeans never went to, let's say, China or saw Asian people, right?
Mhm.
So they stayed in their villages, right? And what happened when they explored beyond their villages? They found different people all over the world, China, India, Native Americans, right?
Right?
So they probably thought they were alone, right, Luca?
Probably.
So it's very important to have an open mind. Michael Lee, why do you think what
Oh, logic.
Michael Lee, what evidence would suggest that there's other intelligent life in our universe beside us?
The universe is extremely big.
Yes. What other? Give me some more information.
Because the universe is so big,
Okay.
there's probably some form of other life out there.
Okay, Chloe. Why? Why? Tell me why, Chloe.
Why there might be other
No,
life?
no. I'm going to ask you to say, in the whole universe, let's say you have $100 to gamble. Do you understand? To
Yeah.
bet. Would you say that $100, yes, there's other intelligent aliens out there somewhere, or $100 says no, we're alone?
There is.
Chloe, please. Chloe, please.
I would say, yes, there's other life forms out there.
Okay. Okay, question. Let's say there's an intelligent life form, right? What would stop them from visiting us?
Uh,
Our atmosphere.
No, Chloe, please.
they have no need to visit us, or they're just more intelligent and they can already predict our future, and they see that
Correct.
they can help, maybe.
Correct. Or whenever you see ants, Chloe, or do you stop and watch them be like, oh my goodness, ants?
No.
Because they're just so boring. They're below your intelligence, right?
Yeah.
They don't function in an interesting way. So maybe the aliens potentially see us as ants, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Justin, what evidence would you have that would suggest that there's other life out there?
Yeah.
Well, evidence.
Well, because we exist and
Exactly. So I was waiting for that, Justin. Exactly. So regardless of what happened, right? We know for sure that we exist. Does that sound right? Do we exist? There's a famous guy named Rene Descartes. He said, I think, therefore I am. Does that make sense, everybody? Does that everyone understand? If you are asking a question, you exist.
Yes.
You have to exist to ask a question, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys all believe in aliens a lot more firmly than you believe in God. Is that correct?
for
This is
me,
so
yes.
weird. We've
Okay.
never seen them. We've
Okay.
never seen a god, or we never seen an alien. Why do we even believe more firmly in aliens than we do?
My question is, here we go. White people never saw Asians or black people. Does that mean that they didn't exist? Think about it. Okay, we're done.
No, because if they didn't exist, I won't exist because Asian people didn't.
Okay, before we go, everyone, who here is following the Olympics in Tokyo? Does anyone care about the Olympics? I care. Do you guys care? Where's the medals? Let's see here. So who's in number? Do you guys see who's in first place? Look at my screen, guy. Who's in first place?
Your screen hasn't changed.
Oh, sorry, screen sharing. Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
China, yay!
Does everyone see? I think China's doing very well. But remember how we talked a bit about racism towards Chinese people? Do you guys remember we talked about that there's all over the news racism against Chinese people? I want you to look at who got the medal for China, for Canada, rather. Look, do you guys know this name?
No.
She is born in China, and she came to
Oh,
Canada.
Guangxi.
Well, this is where she's from. She's from a place called Zhejiang. Has anyone heard of Zhejiang?
I haven't heard of that, but I heard of the second one. The
Okay.
second one is more like the second one. You heard about it more.
Oh, Janzu. Okay, so she was born in China, came to Canada, and she got us a gold and silver. Who thinks this is pretty impressive? Way to go, Hannah. All right, guys, you did fantastic.
Yeah,
You did
tiny
awesome.
be impressive.
Well, I'll tell you something. We have to stop being racist towards people in general, okay? I hope you guys learned something, okay? I'll see you guys next time, okay? Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye, peace.
Peace.